you're drinking a purple potion.
Sure.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing, dude. Nothing. I'm a scholar. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
He says as he starts to
So
cry.
you drink a purple potion.
Do I feel any different?
Not really.
I look down at my hands. I try to
Come
jump.
here.
So as you're looking at your hands, you notice that it's starting to change color.
So my normal color is white.
Yeah, so there's like it's weird because it you know, you're from your upper arm, it starts to change colors and suddenly it's red and then the red goes and all the way to your tip of your fingers and then it's followed by a streak of blue and just shimmering and then some yellow comes through and then you know, a streak of blue, another streak of blue, and this just keeps on happening.
That's awesome.
Is it just his hands or
I'm
like?
really impressed.
Well, his
by
entire body is doing this, so it is just like the colors of the rainbow are currently coloring his body.
I take off my chain shirt and all that. Just look,
Yeah.
see more of how.
He's checking himself
It's
out.
checking
I
himself out.
absolutely am checking. I'm so impressed by myself right now. I am really impressed.
So he starts
this
to
is awesome.
strip in the alchemy lab.
Yeah. What? I think this looks awesome.
Starts flexing like.
This dragonborn body is really built. I'm like, oh yeah, this looks awesome.
He
Then I
does
think-
while changing colors according to the rainbow.
I drink the red potion.
Oh,
You drink another
you're gonna
one?
keep trying your luck.
Okay.
Because I know that red usually is the color of healing potion, so I'm hoping that it'll.
I don't think it is actually in D&D.
I said I think.
Oh.
So you drink a red potion. It tastes pretty weird.
Well, wait, what kind of? If it's like really disgusting, I would spit it out.
No, it's
immediately.
not disgusting. It's just, you know, the first one tasted mostly waterish, and this one has like sort of a tang to it. You know, you can't really describe it because it's nothing like you've ever tasted before. And you know, nothing happens for a little while. And then you start feeling something growing out of your head.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh, what is it?
I mean, how are you trying to figure this out?
Okay,
Oh.
wait. Right, I used the top of my glaive as a mirror.
It's kind of dark. You're not really getting any reflections off your glaive.
Touch it.
I touch it.
All right, so you have
Oh.
some like antlers that are starting to grow out of your head,
Oh, that's
and
Terrible.
and then
that's awesome, dude.
as you're touching your head and feeling it, it's starting to be like fur,
Oh.
and you
This is
start
great.
feeling your entire head changing shape, and you're starting
What?
to get this like animal type snout.
Oh.
This is
Okay.
great.
I'm turning into an animal, aren't I? Oh.
It's just like Pinocchio.
Just like Pinocchio. What? No. That never happened to Pinocchio. What kind of weird Pinocchio were you watching when you were a kid? So,
Cartoon one.
what's happening to me as I'm turning into a furry, antlered?
If you know if you keep on feeling yourself, it feels really strange that your head
keeps
is
touching
morphing
himself?
into something completely different.
I would not just stop.
Now here's the real question: is he still changing colors?
Yes,
Also-
yes. The rest of his body is still changing colors.
Oh my god.
Okay. I feel like I have. Do I still have a mouth?
Yeah, it's
There's
completely.
still one more potion, right?
It's
The green one?
completely-
No. Come on.
Yes, there is still one more potion.
Oh my
I
god.
feel like, as a scholar, I have
As a
to
goat?
investigate at this point. And if I have hands left, right?
Yeah, you have
They're
hand socks.
they're not hooves. Okay. I drink the last potion.
For science.
For science.
All right, you drink the last potion, and you immediately start feeling incredibly woozy. And you
Happy.
stagger around for a few seconds, and then you just pass the hell out.
Well,
Is he
goes
still changing colors as
unconscious.
he's lying there on the floor?
I mean,
Like a,
nobody
a
knows.
goat half dragon, changing color, lying passed out in the alchemy lab.
Yeah, he
I
does.
did say before I left that I was going to the alchemy lab, so hopefully someone at least knows where I am.
You have no idea. I mean, you're passed out, Shock. What?
Yeah.
Diff,
Okay.
Diff, what
That's that.
were you doing something else?
So, after my my reading, my bout of reading, I think it's nighttime, right?
Yeah, it's definitely getting
Yeah.
to me. You know, late night.
So I'm gonna go back to my room to pray
Sure,
to get ready for the day tomorrow.
sounds good. Alastair, you've had a vigorous workout, a little sparring session. Anything else that you want to do?
Well, good question. Let me take a look at the map real quick to see what the camp has to offer. Well,
We got a big day ahead of us
Yeah.
tomorrow.
yeah.
It is getting to be
Yeah.
pretty late, so.
I don't technically need that much sleep, if any sleep at all, but I could still sleep, just to get some sleep. So, yeah, I'm actually just gonna go to my barracks or whatever and head to sleep.
Okay.
Don't have anything else to do.
He's left alone.
All right. So you guys go to bed.
Two
In-
of us.
Yeah. Well, no. All three of you are definitely asleep.
Oh yeah.
So the next morning, Alastair and Diff, you're awoken to knocks on your door.
I was like, just a minute.
I-
Put on my armor.
I'm not putting on my armor. I'm just opening the door in my nightly attire. I don't know.
Yep. And so you have one of the younger kids who generally runs messages as part of his training, I guess. Will knock on your door, and when you answer, he'll say, "Yep, you'll be needed in the administration tower in about a half an hour."
Okay, so I just take my time then and get properly dressed and geared.
Sure. And
So yeah, so I'm getting on all of my armor and everything, and then when I answer the door, he tells me the same thing.
yep.
Okay.
Now, Shock, you're woken up in not your room. And as you wake up, you see one of the instructors, who's the alchemy instructor. You are laying on a bed. What do you do when you wake up?
I look at my hands. Are they still shifting in color?
No, they're not.
I touch my head.
It still feels like you have some antlers.
How about fur? Is there still fur?
Yep. And in fact, if you turn, as you're getting up, there's a mirror that you can directly look into, and you currently have the head of a deer, or I guess a
Are
buck.
these deer noises? Just to kind of confuse the guy. And I ask, what time is it? Where am I?
And so the alchemy instructor is just sitting there with his head tilted, just staring. I mean, glaring at you like he is not pleased. Say, what
I was
did
curious.
you do?
I was really curious, okay? I had one of the purple potion, one of the green, and one of the red. And
Why would you drink those? This is not a shop where you can just buy stuff. Most of the potions in there are utter failures. We don't keep stuff that actually does something around there.
Oh, I thought this was like the shop.
It's like a meth lab.
So the reason I did that is because I was looking for a health potion. I'm a bit hurt, and I didn't want to use my spells.
So you go into an alchemy lab, which you should by now know is just a teaching facility, and start drinking random unlabeled potions.
I mean, to be honest, I thought the first one was really cool, so I was curious after that what the other ones did. Because the first one, unless if you don't know this, it makes you shift colors.
Oh, I know what it does.
Look, as a dragon, it made me look. I have many kin, and they reminded me of them, so I thought maybe there was another one that was as cool. And I did not expect this. This was unexpected. Does it
And
look good?
as you say that, he'll grow down, rummage around in the bag, pull out another white-looking potion, toss it to you, and say, "Drink that."
Yo,
I'm
before I
drinking.
do that, does this look good? Can I pull it off?
Drink it.
Drink the potion.
Ah, you should have gone permanent with that thing.
Okay, I drink the potion.
All right, and after you drink it, it starts to you all of a sudden feel like the antlers are receding, and you don't have that furry feeling anymore, and eventually your face will go back to normal.
I was arguing in
Take
chat,
35
it's
damage.
called a deerborn. Okay?
And we'll look at you
Right,
and say,
so
now,
I'm gonna
now
pick
we'll-
up my shit
and-
and leave as soon as I've had that
and
potion.
it, so the alchemist, guy will say, "This will stay between you and I, but do
Thanks,
not,
dog, that was awesome.
do not ever do that again."
I'll be back next week if you have anything new cooked up.
Oh, jeez. You're just asking
I'm
for
just
it.
kidding. I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding. I won't be. That was cool, but that last one kind of scared me. So I'm gonna. I'm gonna just go now if that's okay. I think
Please
I
do.
have a debrief or something I need to go to.
Please go.
Okay, I go. But before I go,
Oh,
I mean, no, I go out. I go out.
Got any potions?
I go to the courtyard, and I'm gonna sit down and meditate for an hour before I go to the meeting place. That's okay.
Well, so you sit down in the courtyard. Where are you sitting on, like one of the grassy areas, or are you sitting on some bench somewhere? Okay.
Yeah, I'm at a grassy area.
Okay, so you sit down and you start trying to communicate with your spirits, and you two, Diff and Alaster, you are making your way, or I guess, sorry, are you doing anything else before your scheduled
I mean,
meeting time?
how long was it until the meeting? Half an hour?
It's
you
about
said?
a half, yeah. You requested in about half hour.
I'd go get my rations actually.
Sure.
Or
You keep him in your room.
oh, really? Then I obviously just had them before I went out.
Right. That stuff you want to keep in your own room.
I probably wouldn't I?
Wait, how is it not spoiling? Does he have a refrigerator? Does he have ice or something that he keeps it on?
Yeah, it's like an ice box.
Okay.
that's some high-tech stuff.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, he has to go get
So
ice,
I'm
but
gonna stop by the kitchen to get
We've
some
got
food
mages
on
here.
my way
Well,
over.
we can get ice.
all right. As you head into the kitchen, Ziz, the goblin chef, is there, and you don't see any sign of crack, but you do hear a lot of clattering coming down from the pantry below.
Oh yeah, I follow him since I already had my food.
So you're
I was
gonna
gonna
have your
ask what
rations and
the-
then go to the cafeteria.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
just follow
Sure.
Daniel when I see him, or not Daniel.
I mean, you're gonna arrive at different,
Diff.
slightly different times, but yeah.
Yeah.
Diff.
So I'm just gonna ask what they have for breakfast this morning.
We got the usual.
I'll take the usual then, I guess.
All right. What kind of meat you want with that?
Just some ham. Be fine.
Ham, ham, ham. Any cheese?
No, no thanks.
No cheese. And they'll just like yell over.
What kind of savage ass ham without cheese?
Crack. No cheese this time, Crack. And Crack will come up and he's carrying some more eggs really carefully, and you know, give them off. Here you go, boss. And give them off to Ziz, and Ziz will cook you up a fantastic meal.
So I'm gonna walk up to the little goblin thing,
Sure.
whatever he was, and I'm gonna ask him, got milk?
Are you fucking serious?
Sure, we got milk.
So I guess
Betsy
How-
in the back over there
how-
has been making milk all morning.
How fresh is it?
This morning.
I'll have a beer then.
You'll have a beer? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Ziz will kind of, you know, scratch his head with the knife that he's currently holding, like, okay, don't you think it's kind of early to be drinking? And he says this as he's pouring out from a barrel. And hand the
It's never too early or late for me.
he'll hand you the mug.
Yeah, I'll swipe it in one go.
'Kay.
And I'll just put it back down. And thank you. That was delicious.
Okay. And grab
And
the glass and put
I'll
it
just join
put it
dip.
back down. Sure.
I'm assuming we're gonna be late at this point.
I mean, you know, you're cutting it close.
Alright, so I look over and to Alistair and I'm like, we should probably get going pretty quickly here. I'm gonna finish this up real fast. And then I'll just kinda eat quickly.
Sure.
I just
So-
watch him intrigued when he eats. And I just study how he takes every bite.
So you have somebody creepily staring at you while you eat. I mean, his eyes, you know, goes, you know, he looks at has his eyes trained on the fork. You know, watches you pick up, you know, the scrambled eggs, and as you're moving into your mouth, and he's watching you chew very intently.
Jeez.
I sit right in front of him, by the way. Like,
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish my meal as quickly as I can.
So you start hastily shoveling the food into your mouth instead, and you know, kind of like faster and faster as this all goes along.
And I'm kind of glaring, too. Like, what are you doing? But so, alright, so we finished that, and I guess we make our way to the administration tower.
Sure. So you actually head out, and as you're making your way over to the tower, you actually see Shock sitting on the edge of the grass, kind of, you know, this sitting. I don't. How are you gonna be sitting? Do you sit cross-legged? You know, what's your position when you're doing this meditation?
Cross-legged, hand like this.
So
where's the tail?
The tail is. I'm not gonna say that. That's inappropriate. The tail is. It's around like the back, across my belly, and to my back again. It's like a circle.
So it's,
of
you
life.
know, wrapped around his.
It represents the
Waist.
circle of life from beginning to death.
So you guys
Okay.
see this sitting on the edge of the grass in front of the admin tower.
Yeah.
I'll just go up and tap him on the head.
I don't even feel it. So in the zone.
So I'll just take my fist like this
Mhm.
and just straight down slam it on his head.
Sure.
Jeez.
uh,
I'd
you-
like to point out though that I just made note that he was there and continued on.
Okay, so you continue on walking.
So yeah,
Alastair,
I stopped and did that.
you stop, you bang him on the head. Shock, you definitely feel that, and you know, the communication that the
18
spirits that you were doing, you know, breaks suddenly.
Well,
Hey, we
wait,
gotta.
doesn't he have to roll to hit? He's trying to hit me.
Well, you're sitting there. I can just
Nah, he's
drop my fist.
yeah,
on
he's
top of
gonna
it.
just
God damn it.
bang you on the head.
Fine. Okay.
You're completely not
Why'd you do
aware.
that? I was replenishing my spells and communicating with the spirit world.
You had your whole night to do that, dude.
I
We gotta head.
can't actually do it at night. That's not how it
Can't?
works for my. That's not how it works for shamans, and you wouldn't know anything about how it works for anyone since you're nearly literate in religion and magic. So
Yeah, well, we all got our own things we're good at.
yeah, exactly. Okay, I tell you. Oh, I say, okay, I can do this later. Let's go.
Yeah.
You ruined it, anyways.
You ruined it.
Touch his bum with my tail. Just a little
My
bit.
my what?
You're behind.
You get poked in the rear end by a tail.
I look back. and
My
just-
tail is really fast. It's not.
Yeah, I obviously wouldn't notice it, but I just look back and see if someone's there, and no one's there. And I'm just really surprised.
Sure.
It just happened. And I kind of give him a look and ask him, did you just?
You best believe in bum pokes. You're in one.
What's wrong with you, dude?
Why did you have to do that? That was a really good meditation. I was close to my spirits. Okay.
Close to something. All right, so
All right. I'm gonna.
let's keep on going.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head into the admin tower. And if you make your way up to the top, you have, you get beckoned in by Jocelyn, who's the kind of cold admin assistant. She'll beckon you guys into the office where you have Director Harang, who's the director of the entire camp, waiting for you behind desk, and Vark is also sitting there by the side.
Could I get the name of that guy again?
Director Harang, Harang.
Yeah. All right.
So you have Harang, you have Jocelyn, Jocelyn, and then Vark, who is Vark.
All right. Got everything noted.
And so, if you guys walk in, there are no seats for you prepared, but Harang will kind of just motion you to stand sort of in the middle of the room. Or sorry, Jocelyn will motion you to do so. And Director Hang will stand up and put his hands together, say, "Well, gentlemen, we've talked it out. We believe that you have the capability and qualification and leadership skills necessary to join our fighting force for good." And so he'll actually reach into a drawer on his desk, and he'll pull out 3 silver medallions, fairly large, and they'll come around, and so I'm gonna look at it the same way that you guys will line up here. So actually, where are you guys positioning yourself? Who's on what side and who's in the middle?
I'm positioning myself in the middle.
Diff, are you left or right?
I'm to the right.
Okay.
I'm in the middle, in front of Sigyn. I'm just,
Really? You're
I'm
just
to the
gonna
right, I'm to the left.
Step in front of me.
So he'll come around, starting with Shock. He'll take the first medallion. And if you look at it up closer, you can see that there is a crescent moon carved into it. And he'll come around and unclaps the back and go to lean in to put it around your neck. And as he does so, he'll come up to your ear, and he'll whisper, just very quietly. Neither of the other ones can hear this, and he'll whisper in your ear like, "Psst, let the big heavy brutes go in first."
What?
Did you not hear me, or did you? Are you? This is your character.
The first one. I didn't quite hear you. I also was that from the medallion I heard
No, no,
that?
no, no. This is Harang whispering it to you, and he'll
Okay,
whisper
what's he
to
say?
you. He'll whisper to you. You know, let the heavy brutes go in first.
The heavy boots?
Brutes.
Brutes. Okay, okay, I got it.
And so he'll, clasp it around the back of your neck, and so you got this, nice large medallion hanging.
Cool.
And he'll move on and get to Laster and do the same thing. Unclasp it, wrap it around your neck, and as he's doing it, he'll whisper to you in the same way, which of course you don't know, but he'll whisper and he'll say, you know, don't let your nature get the better of you. And he'll come back
I give
up.
him a nod.
And they'll move on and do the same thing to Diff, and he'll lean in and whisper it, and whisper says, "You may need some practice with that sword still." And he'll pull back out and go behind the desk, and he'll say, "Well, gentlemen, you're now officially a part of our fighting force. From here on out, any proceeds that we make, a cut of it will go to you as well. For this first one, since we provided most of your equipment, consider that to be payment. Now then, we do have some other matters to discuss," and he'll wave at Vark and Jocelyn and kind of do this, and Jocelyn and Vark will stand up and leave the room and close the doors behind him. And so he'll sit down and he'll put his hands on desk, clasped in front of him, and say, "Now, what exactly happened?"
Okay, so we went into the city. We met this guy. He told us how to get to a temple, and we set forth to temple. On our way, we met two fighters for this mercenary force or cult or whatever it is, with the metal helmets. One of them was a tiefling. The other one was help me out, guys. What was the other one?
I've never seen that race before. I don't know.
I didn't know
I
either.
don't even remember what it looked like.
It was a pretty handsome dude. But I believe Vark has the.
Vark
sex.
should know what that is. Then we got to the temple where a disgusting spider-like. No,
It looked like a giant mantis.
our giant praying mantis attacked Alastor.
Yeah.
And nearly killed him, I think. It looked pretty
Yeah,
bad.
he got me pretty good. He had quite some punches to throw at me.
Right. I
But
wanted to bring
we
its
managed to
head-
slay the beast.
I wanted to bring its head to you guys, but you can ask just Vark. He should know exactly what it is. And that's all we met outside, guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we went inside, where there were a few spellcasters with an aura of reflection or something like that, where if you ran into it, it would shoot you aside from the room, and it looked almost like paint or something when when Dip put his sword against it.
The reason we know this is because we were actually accompanied by Commander Vark at this
He ran into it.
time of the moment.
Yeah, he ran
yes,
into the
he-
aura.
And as you say that, Harang
Okay.
actually gets a little bit of a wry smile on his face.
Yeah.
He foolishly ran into the magical aura, of which we were careful enough not to do the same, and he got flung into the side of the room and lost consciousness for what seemed like hours, but were really just minutes.
Yeah, and these spellcasters had a crystal pillar in the middle of the room that they were praying to or casting a spell on. We're not entirely sure. All we know is that at one point this aura disappeared, the crystal pillar disappeared, and a being of pure armor appeared. And we destroyed it. I have some sand here in my pouch that we took with us that appeared after we slayed this beast or monster or I don't know, creature magic, and I pour out this sand.
What he's saying is that this creature was made out of this
Yeah,
material.
it was made out of this. Like this is all that's left. There was no corpse.
And Harang will actually really interested, look on his face, and he'll actually take his hands and start sifting through it a little bit, and then look back at you, and he actually takes like below his desk. He's got like a little container, and he'll sift it in there.
I'm gonna say, as you may notice, the material is scent free. It does not have a scent or any smell whatsoever.
Like bat poop.
What?
Classy.
Well, I thought bat poop doesn't have much of a smell. Never mind.
Yeah, that is completely incorrect.
Is it? Okay.
Guano is so insanely terrible smelling. Anyway, okay. Anything else that you guys were saying, or?
No, that was
No,
That's pretty
just
much
what
wraps
happened.
it up. I mean, they weren't very strong for the most part. That mantis thing was really fast, but in general, we were able to tackle them despite their heavy armaments. They seem to be. We don't know what they fought for. They didn't speak. Yeah, this is interesting. We asked the villagers. They said that they've never heard them speak a word at
But
all.
apparently they
still seemed to be
conveyed.
coordinated. They still knew
Yes.
what they were doing, and they seemed to be somehow communicating. So maybe that's something in the helmets. I don't know.
And
That
so
doesn't make sense.
Harang will lean back in his chair a little bit, and as you can tell he's kind of tilting his head from one side to the other, thinking pretty hard, and eventually he'll look back at you guys and say, "Well, this is quite an interesting development that happened. As for Vark, his reckless charging is what has kept him from rising to a higher position of power.
Oh, geez, called out right in the middle of everybody.
Unfortunately, that is his weak point. Well, it's only you guys here right now.
Oh, okay. I thought he was
Yeah,
in here too.
No,
he
called out the
the
other
girl
two
and-
left. Like, he motioned the other two to leave. So it's just you guys, and is telling you that this is Vark's has generally been his weak point. Either way, thank you for the information. The second-hand account from Vark, who, by the way, very embarrassed about the entire situation. The account that we got from him was, of course, very incomplete, so I needed to hear it from you three directly. I will look into this matter. Hopefully we'll be able to find out something about this particular group. I may have something about it that I can go on. For now, enjoy your new rooms, as now that you are full-fledged members, you will be receiving upgraded rooms.
Yeah.
And we will call on you the next we need you.
Okay. That's cool.